this is Ackleyattack4427 here with, well, I know this may look like a, something I would say for my thoughts videos for sure, but, which does kind of look that way, yes, but this is, of course, a very special video for all of you guys, and, well, yeah, I guess it's pretty much what I thought I would do for sure. So before I can go right ahead and get right onto this subject matter, let me go ahead and get this out of the way first. For starters, happy Valentine's Day, everybody. So yeah, I hope all of you guys are actually doing quite well this Valentine's Day. Pretty much having some nice. Having some nice roses and chocolate for sure, and watching a bunch of romance movies, and getting together with, of course, the person you love the most for sure, to which I know I have for sure, to which, by the way, Casamelody, I still love you as always. So yeah, I hope all of you guys are actually having a really good Valentine's Day today for sure. Probably by the time I'm recording this video, or probably by the time it finally goes live for sure. So, to which I guess as of now, I guess sometime after I posted this video, I'm already off for another day at work for sure, because hey, I definitely need a little something to earn me some good old cash and stuff to, you know. You pretty much get the idea on that, so. But yeah, I guess if anything, that's pretty much what I thought I would get out of the way first for sure. But I guess if anything, we might as well go ahead and jump right onto this subject matter here for today's video. Alright then, now that I finally got the introduction out of the way, I guess I might as well go ahead and dive right into the main subject matter in today's video for sure. So yeah, I guess for starters, seeing how today is Valentine's Day, and we're actually having a good time with, of course, that, I guess there is a certain other event that has happened not too long ago that we did actually get just a few days ago. And in case a lot of you guys are quite curious, I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys are familiar with a certain event that happened right around last Sunday, not too long ago, which is, of course, the Super Bowl. Yeah, yeah, I think that's, of course, what I'm referring to for sure, so yeah. I guess it's no big surprise that right around this past Sunday, this year's Super Bowl has officially came and went as we speak, and boy, was it actually quite an interesting one for sure, and I know that's saying a whole lot because, if anything, I'm not really that into the Super Bowl for sure. Probably, I think the main reason why is because, well, I'm not really much of a sports type of person for sure, So yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, I think I know when I was at a really young age, I did play a little bit of Little League Baseball for sure, which is actually quite nice. But other than that, and of course, my numerous times I had to take gym class during my high school years for sure, I am definitely not much of a big sports type of person for sure. Like, I don't see myself actually competing in any of these sports, nor even watching them for sure. But hey, I do know what the basically are for sure, and how each and every single one of them work for sure. Like, of course, since I did mention baseball, yeah, pretty much the others include basketball, soccer, and of course cricket, and of course within the subject matter of course the Super Bowl for this year, which is of course football for sure. And no, I'm not referring to the kind of football being another word used for soccer. I mean the football that we cog is of course the kind where the players actually slammed into each other like a bunch of barbarians. Yeah, you pretty much get the idea, of course, at that front for sure, but hey, despite the fact that I am not really much of a Super Bowl type of person, I will have to say, I do have to admit, it is, of course, one of the most anticipated football games of all time for sure, and yeah, I guess pretty much once a year, I'm pretty sure a lot of people have been looking forward to the Super Bowl every single year for sure, so. But I guess for me, I have nothing against the Super Bowl, but like I say, I never actually watch the actual game for sure, because I'm not really much of a football type of person. There is, of course, one thing I always look forward to when it comes to the Super Bowl, and that being, of course, the commercials for sure. So yeah, I guess if anything, despite the fact that I never actually watched the Super Bowl, I guess there's no denying for the fact that we always look forward to, of course, the commercials and stuff whenever the Super Bowl comes on for sure. And yeah, there are actually quite a lot of interesting ones. Some of them are actually done very well, while others are actually done very poorly for sure. So yeah, I guess there's no doubt in my mind that the Super Bowl has always given us some really great commercials and stuff when it comes to showing off the game once a year for sure. Now you might be wondering to yourself, why am I bringing up the Super Bowl for sure? Well, I bring it up because as we speak of, because for this year's Super Bowl, well, I never actually talked about any of the Super Bowl stuff for the past several years, but for this year, I'm making an exception for sure, because for this year's Super Bowl, we've actually got ourselves treated to not just commercials, but within the subject matter of today's video, we've got a bunch of trailers and stuff for some new movies that are going to be coming out for, of course, this year for sure. And boy, there were a lot of good ones for sure. In fact, some of which I did already talk about in one of my videos that I did last month. My top 10 movies that I'm excited to see in 2024 this year. Believe it or not, they have finally got some trailers and stuff that has occurred during this year's Super Bowl game for sure. So given to all of that, and especially on how good each and every single one of them turned out, that's what got me into thinking about a potential video for sure. So yeah, I kind of figure for today's video for sure, I think it makes sense to talk about not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, nor even 5 or 6, but 7 trailers that we actually got during this year's Super Bowl for sure. So yeah, I know 7 is, of course, quite a whole lot for sure compared to my other top 10 lists that I've actually done for sure. But I guess, if anything, 7 is, of course, the lucky number for sure. And, well, I do have on my list of course, the ones that I want to talk about for sure. So I'm definitely going to do the best I can for sure. And yeah, I guess if anything, the majority of them are in fact movies that are going to be coming up. Although one TV show that's coming out on a streaming service, I decided to include in just for the sake of it for sure. So yeah, that's what I kind of figure what I'm going to do today. Pretty much, if anything, I'm gonna go over all the new trailers and stuff for some of the new movies and shows that we actually got during this year's Super Bowl for sure, and give you guys my quick, full-on analysis on, of course, what I thought of them and how excited I am for each and every single one of them for sure. So yeah, that's what I kind of figure out we're gonna do today. So yeah, with that being said, I've got everything good to go, and I've got my list right in front of me. So yeah, with that being said, let's get started on this. Okay, so let's go ahead and get things started with, of course, the first trailer that we're going to be talking about for sure. And of course, keep one thing in mind, for the first 3 that I'm going to be talking about here today, yes, I do know they actually came out before the Super Bowl actually came on for sure. But I've decided to make an exception for sure and still talk about them anyways for sure. And we're definitely going to start off with, of course, this video by talking about the first trailer that we actually got for, of course, the first movie that we're actually talking about in this video. That being, of course, A Quiet Place Day 1. So yeah, if you actually have seen my past thoughts videos that I did, I actually did talk about, of course, A Quiet Place Part 2, and I guess I'm making no big surprise that the first 2 Quiet Place movies, I really enjoyed them for sure. I really love the unique ideas they actually threw in. I really love the engaging stories, and even the way it's showing off its towing atmosphere while being incredibly scary, it definitely makes it probably, I think, a must-watch for sure. I really do love both of those movies for sure, and I was actually quite curious to see on what other direction they're gonna go, So yeah, that's how much I really love the first two Quiet Place movies for sure, and it's probably going to be a while before we get part 3 for sure, but with the first two that we got, it is actually really great. So yeah, so I guess after seeing the trailer for A Quiet Place Day 1, I am actually really excited to see what they're going to do on, of course, the Hawaii. In fact, if anything, serving it as both a prequel and a spin-off to, of course, these movies for sure, and based on, of course, what we saw in the trailer, just showcasing the beginnings of course, these alien creatures that we know of in these movies to really establish on how things are going to go down for sure. That actually got me pumped up for sure, because if anything, I do want to see what other direction they're going to go for sure to keep it fresh and relevant for sure, but also expand on some new ideas to it to actually make it all the more interesting for sure. So I guess either way, given to what I'm seeing in the trailer for A Quiet Place Day 1, I am actually quite curious to see on how that'll go for sure. So yeah, that's of course why I actually thought for sure. So yeah, if you have seen the trailer for that, you'll definitely see what I mean for sure. So yeah, I guess either way, I'm excited to see on what A Quiet Place Day 1 will have to offer for sure. Alright, so now we can go ahead and move on to the next trailer that we actually got for sure. Now I know a lot of you guys may be complaining when I posted my top 10 movies I'm excited to see for this year right around a month ago, saying, why didn't you put Sonic the Hedgehog 3 onto, of course, your list? Well, first of all, like I said, it was my list, so I can decide on which ones that I can actually put for sure. And I guess for the case of Sonic the Hedgehog 3, well, don't get me wrong, I do feel, yeah, I do understand that a lot of you guys are a little disappointed on why I didn't actually put it on there, but either way, yeah, I can agree. I'm excited for Sonic the Hedgehog 3 for sure, and based on the new information we got, and even revealing the official title card for it not too long ago, yeah, I'm actually really excited to see how that'll go down as well. And well, I guess if anything, looking back on my list, yeah, given to, of course, a lot of you guys saying that I should have put Sonic the Hedgehog 3 onto, of course, my list that I did last month, well, I guess I could probably put Sonic 3 as, of course, one of my honorable mentions just for safekeeping for sure. But until that actually does happen, there is, of course, one other project that we're actually looking forward to that we're also really excited to see, just as a nice little breather before Sonic 3 comes out, and that being, of course, the Knuckles spin-off series on Paramount+. So yeah. And I guess it's no big surprise, we did finally get a trailer for that series not too long ago, and based on, of course, what I'm actually seeing, it definitely looks really good, hands down. Yeah, basically, pretty much having it take place sometime after the second film, where, of course, we get to see everything from, of course, from what Knuckles is, of course, gonna be going through for sure. I'm quite curious to see on how that'll turn out for sure. In fact, if anything, much like, of course, on how much I really do love Tails in the second film for sure, Knuckles is definitely one other one I really do love and admire for sure. I really love his backstory, and I really do love his incredible rivalry, and of course, soon to be bondness with Sonic in the second film, and plus, Idris Elba is, of course, the perfect choice to play Knuckles for sure. So I was actually quite curious to see on how he'll do with his own spin-off film before the third film will actually come around for sure. And based on what I've seen in the trailer, it does look like it's gonna be pretty promising for sure. So yeah, I guess either way, I'm excited to see on how that's gonna go down for sure, and see of course what they have to offer for sure. And well, since I know it's gonna be released onto Paramount Plus. That's gonna be coming up. I guess the only thing I can say is, well, who cares anyways? I'm definitely gonna sign myself up for Paramount Plus just so that I can finally watch this series for sure. So yeah, either way, right up until then, based on what I've seen in the trailer, it definitely does look interesting, and I'm excited to see on how that's gonna go down. Alright, and next up for sure, looks like for this next one we got, well, we've actually got this announcement not too long ago, and it really took us by surprise. So yeah, with that being said, I think it's about time that we shift our way over to Disney for sure, as we talk about the announcement for, of course, Moana 2. Now, I guess, if anything, just to get things out of the way, I really love the first Moana movie for sure. I guess if anything, pretty much of anything, I really do admire, of course, what it's gonna be, what it has to offer for sure. Everything from, of course, its story, the incredible characters, and of course, some great performances, as always, to the incredible songs and amazing animation. I really do love, of course, what the first Moana movie has actually done for sure. And I guess in comparison to Zootopia, I definitely think it is the second best for sure, because, well, I kind of prefer Zootopia a whole lot more for sure. So based on, of course, what I've actually seen, now that it's finally getting its own sequel, I'm actually quite curious to see on how that's going to go down for sure. I mean, let's face it, Disney did not have a really good 2023 last year, so I do hope they'll eventually do something to get themselves back on track for sure. And, well, I guess the news is kind of unexpected for sure, but I'm excited to see what the second Moana movie will have to offer for sure. I mean, with, of course, most of the cast members set to return for sure, and, of course, seeing how Lin-Manuel Miranda won't be attached to do the songs for, of course, this one, looks like the composers of course, the unofficial Bridgerton musical is set to create some unique songs for, of course, this sequel, which I'm actually quite curious to see on how that's gonna go down for sure. So yeah. And I guess on top of the other bits of news that we got, like, of course, since I did mention Zootopia not too long ago, looks like that too is already getting a sequel for sure. And, of course, we've already got confirms of course, a Frozen 3 and Toy Story 5 as of now. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Disney will, of course, do something to get themselves back on track after the massive amount of suffering they've actually done for the past couple of years for sure. But either way, right up until then, I'm quite curious to see on how Moana 2 will have to offer for sure. And, well, I guess if anything, if that's the news that we actually got that got us really excited, then it looks like the pretty much everyone at Disney is, of course, coming up to us and giving an old, what can we say except you're welcome. Yeah, I had to do that for sure, but hey, what did you expect? So yeah. Next one, please. Okay, so that pretty much takes care of course, the first three that we got before this year's Super Bowl for sure. And, well, just like I promised, the remaining four that I'm going to be talking about for sure, those are all strictly from, of course, when the Super Bowl was on for sure. And, well, that's, of course, what I'm going to be talking about for sure. So yeah, I guess for starters for sure, we might as well go ahead and dive right into, of course, the next trailer that we got, and that being, of course, the brand new one that we got for one movie that's coming out in a few months from now, which is Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. So yeah, I guess I made no big surprise that if you have seen my video not too long ago on some movies I'm excited to see for this year, I did place Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes as my #1 pick for sure, because yeah, I guess if anything, probably from, of course, what I can gather, pretty much Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes has been my most anticipated movie as of now, and based on what I've seen in the teaser trailer, it does look like it's gonna bring me something really great for sure. And, well, after getting to see the brand new trailer that we actually got not too long ago, I'm actually even more excited to see this movie for sure. It's got some unique ideas that they want to go for, but also still want to bring something new and creative while staying true to what we got with the other Planet of the Apes movies for sure. So yeah, I'm actually quite excited to see on how that'll go down for sure, because of if anything, Planet of the Apes again has been around for some time, and of course has been the main subject matter, and of course the most talked about amongst many others for sure when it comes to any movies in the sci-fi route for sure. So yeah, I guess if pretty much for what it is, I really do think Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes is gonna bring in something really incredible for sure once it comes out this May for sure. So yeah, that's of course what I can say of course that front, and in case a lot of you guys are wondering, yes, I am currently in the process to get my hands on, of course, all of the other Planet of the Apes movies on DVD and Blu-ray for sure. In fact, speaking of which, hold on one second. Yeah, there we go. So yeah, I just had to get this out real quick. In fact, I'm already in the process to get my hands on all the Planet of the Apes movies as of now, because just not too long ago, I was lucky enough to pick up this nice Blu-ray box set as we speak, containing, of course, the previous Planet of the Apes trilogy that we got, with films consisting of Rise, Dawn, and War for sure. So yeah, I'm already off to a good start in getting all of the Planet of the Apes movies for sure, and this Blu-ray box set that you actually see here, yeah, I'm already off to a good start for sure, so I do hope to actually get the rest of these films later on, just so that I can finally binge watch them all to get myself ready for the newest one for sure. So yeah, I guess needless to say, right up until then, I'm excited to see pretty much on what Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes will have to offer, based on what we got in, of course, the brand new trailer that just dropped for sure. Whatever the case may be, I do hope it'll give us something absolutely fantastic. You damn dirty ape! Alright, that pretty much takes care of that. Now, for this next trailer that I'm going to be talking about next for sure, honestly, pretty much of anything, we do know the old saying, hands down, there are winners and there are losers for sure. And I guess for, of course, the first 4 trailers that I've officially talked about for sure, they are definitely winners for sure, and especially the next 2 that I'll definitely talk about later on. But for this one that we actually got during this year's Super Bowl, yeah, I guess I can qualify that as one of the losers for sure, and, well, I don't want to talk about this one for sure, but I'm afraid I must for sure. So with that being said, I think it's about time that we actually talk about the trailer for Twisters. Now, I guess, if anything, given to, of course, why, pretty much a lot of, in case a lot of you guys are quite curious, basically, Twisters is supposed to be, pretty much a standalone sequel to, of course, the movie Twister that we got a few decades ago for sure. So I guess in all honesty, I guess in my experience seeing the movie Twister for sure, I actually do recall, of course, picking it up on DVD for sure, and based on, of course, on my knowledge, Twister is definitely one of those movies that has gotten more hate now compared to when it first came out for sure, but to me, I don't think so. I kind of think it's alright for sure. I mean, I guess if anything, I really couldn't stand, of course, Helen Hunt and Bill Paxton's character quarreling and arguing with each other, which is absolutely annoying for sure. But I really do admire the special effects on what they've actually pulled off in, of course, this in, of course, that said movie, especially for the tornadoes for sure. So yeah, I can't necessarily say that the original Twister is, of course, awful by all means, but I do think it's alright for sure. So, of course, when I actually saw the trailer for Twisters that we got not too long ago, honestly, my hopes are not that high for, of course, that said film. I mean, I guess for what it is, I don't think all of us actually demanded a sequel to Twister in the first place for sure. And, well, I guess if anything, given to what I've actually seen, the only question that comes into my mind is, where is the ghost of Bill Paxton when we need him? So yeah, but don't get me wrong, much like the first film, again, I really do admire the special effects in this one, especially for the tornadoes. They actually do look terrifyingly amazing for sure, almost looking like something that you would get yourself caught up in for sure. But again, based on what I've seen in the trailer, I don't have much high hopes for sure, because if anything, I think it's probably going to sell more, of course, more as a rehash of the original Twister as opposed to a sequel for sure. So yeah, I don't have much high hopes for this one, and I don't think it's actually going to pretty much do very well for sure. In fact, if anything, I bet it's probably going to tank big time for sure. So yeah. That's, of course, what I actually can say, of course, on that front. If you think that you would find yourself hating the original Twister for sure, just wait until you see the trailer for Twisters for sure. And I guess, if anything, probably I think if it actually does poorly, I do hope it'll be, well, Madam Web terrible for sure. Yeah, you know exactly what I'm thinking of for sure. You would definitely know that I'm already thinking to myself that Twisters could be on the same level as Madam Web as we speak, but we may never know. Maybe it might surprise us for sure. But I guess until then, I don't have much high hopes for Twisters for sure. And yeah, something tells me if you think the first film is, of course, bad for what it is, yeah, something tells me this sequel is gonna suck way harder than the first film, so yeah. Alright, so that pretty much takes care of the hag, and well, we're down to the final two as we speak for sure. And now, the trailer that we got coming up next for sure, honestly, ever since the very beginning, ever since it was first announced, I have been anticipating a trailer for this for a long time for sure, and well, we got exactly what we want for sure. And based on what I've actually seen, this one has promise for sure. And well, in case a lot of you guys are quite curious, it's time, folks. It's time to really try and defy gravity for sure by talking about the trailer for Wicked. So yeah, I guess I'm making no secret that I have been anticipating pretty much the movie adaptation of the hit Broadway show for quite some time, ever since it was first announced, to even the images that we got of course, the film's production that's been going on throughout most of last year for sure, to which, yeah, if you have looked up the behind-the-scenes photos for, of course, this movie for yourself, you would definitely know that on a visual standpoint, it definitely does look great for sure. And well, based on what we got in the trailer for sure, yeah, I'm not gonna lie, the trailer itself is actually really good, and based on what I've actually seen, the film actually does look really great for sure. So yeah, I can really tell they really put a lot of hard-working effort to actually make this look good for sure. And yeah, based on what I've actually seen by far, this one actually has promise for sure. I'm really digging, of course, pretty much the mixture of course, CGI and the sets for sure to actually make the Land of Oz all the more breathtaking for sure. And yeah, it really does deliver, of course, on that front. And of course, moreover, we got some really good glimpses of course, pretty much Jonathan Bailey as Fiyero, pretty much Michelle Yeoh as Madame Morrible, and even Jeff Goldblum as the Wizard of Oz for sure. But probably I think what stood out to me a whole lot more by far amongst all the others, just to name me a few for sure, is that of course, we finally got ourselves a first look at, of course, Ariana Grande as Glinda and Cynthia Erivo as Elphaba. So yeah, based on, of course, what I've actually seen, I really am digging on, of course, how well the actors look like the characters from, of course, the original stage musical for sure. And luckily enough, it does actually have a whole lot more that pretty much we actually got good glimpses of. Like, of course, throughout most of the trailer, we got some really good glimpses of course, one of the songs of the musical Defying Gravity for sure, which sounded really great for sure. And yeah, I do hope it will actually be the eye-popping, catching number for, of course, this movie, much like in the stage show. And probably as another big surprise for all of you, believe it or not, seeing how this is centered around the Wizard of Oz for sure, we actually got a good glimpse of course, Dorothy and Togo in, of course, this one for sure. And yeah, I guess if anything, they only did appear in, of course, the trailer for maybe about 2-3 seconds for sure, but I can tell it looks like they're really gonna play a much bigger role for, of course, in this movie for sure. So yeah, that I'm actually really quite excited for sure. And of course, pretty much not just that, but you may also notice they did show a glimpse of course, the iconic slippers that Dorothy has hung. That is also in this trailer for sure. And of course, I know a lot of you guys may be wondering, why are the slippers silver instead of ruby like in the original movie? Well, that would be quite nice for sure, but if anything, number one, if they did showcase the ruby slippers, then it looks like this movie might be in legal trouble with the pretty much the people who own the original 1939 film for sure. And of course, for another thing to keep in mind, seeing how this is a different interpretation for sure, they wanted to actually try to make it be like the original Wizard of Oz books, which I'm actually all for sure. I mean, I still love the 1939 Wizard of Oz movie even to this day, but I am actually open to the idea of course, a different interpretation of the Wizard of Oz that actually does capture the look and the spirit of the original books for sure. So yeah, and that's exactly why I actually got for sure, and that's just to name me a few for sure, but again, if you have seen the trailer for yourself, you'll definitely see what I mean for sure. But yeah, it'll be kind of hard to say, of course, on whether or not it'll be good or not, though I am willing to bet that hopefully I think they will get it right for sure. I mean, after the disastrous and terrifyingly nightmare-inducing suffering we've been through with Cats and the kind of okayness, but still relatively better nature with Dear Evan Hansen, and yes, I am admitting to that with the lagger for sure, don't fight me. I actually do hope that Wicked will actually be the one that they actually got right, and it will actually be really good for sure. And of course, another thing to keep in mind is that with what we got so far, this is of course going to be the first of a two-parter as of now, with part 2 slated to come out right around next year for sure. But whatever the case may be, I'm excited to see on what Wicked will have to offer. Pretty much stand out well as the movie, but also try to capture the look and the feel of the original stage musical for sure. So yeah, I still love the original musical when I first saw it some time ago, and I'm excited to see what the movie will have to offer. In fact, if anything, I think I must ask, Cynthia Erivo, are you excited as much as I am?
I am.
Okay, I guess that's good to know. So yeah, whatever the case may be, I really do love the trailer for Wicked, and I'm excited to finally see it. And now we've come to the final trailer, and of course, this video for sure, and, well, it's been a long time coming, and, well, as good as those trailers are, except for the one for Twisters, this one I'm actually most excited to see, and boy, based on what I've actually seen, this actually is gonna be massively action-packed for sure. So yeah, with that being said, for the final trailer feature on this video, let's go ahead and talk about the teaser trailer that we got for Deadpool 3, which we now know is going to be entitled Deadpool and Wolverine. So yeah, out of all the trailers that I've actually seen by far, this one I'm actually most excited to see. And boy, based on, of course, what I've actually seen by far, it actually really does look amazing for sure. And I guess I'm making no big surprise that I really love the first two Deadpool movies for sure. It's incredibly action-packed. Ryan Reynolds really pulled off the character really great for sure. It's incredibly funny and hilarious, and he actually does provide a lot of pretty much a lot of action-packed and bloody violence that is worthy enough to earn that hard R rating for sure. So yeah, that's how much I really do love the first two Deadpool movies for sure. And I was actually quite excited that if they ever did do a third movie, I would actually be quite curious to see on how that'll go down for sure. And boy, based on what we got in the teaser trailer, it definitely looks amazing for sure. Just by having pretty much a good number of people from the pretty much the first two films, plus Ryan Reynolds come back for sure, but also be incorporated into the MCU for sure. That I will have to say is just absolutely brilliant for sure, because yeah, I guess they need to do something since after, well, Disney has officially bought out Fox for sure. And based on what I've actually seen in the teaser trailer by far, it definitely looks like it's gonna go in a really great direction that I'm really gonna love and admire for sure. So yeah, and of course, yeah, pretty much if anything, it's exactly what I'm hoping for sure. It's action-packed. Pretty much it does provide a lot of violence and blood that I know for sure is really gonna earn itself that hard R rating for sure. And yeah, pretty much of anything, it's still also really funny with some really great jokes and some fourth wall humor they incorporate in for sure, which I really do love for sure. And yeah, and plus, if you actually do look at the end of the trailer, we did get a good glimpse of course, Wolverine for sure, to which, yes, by the way, it is confirmed that Hugh Jackman is coming back to play Wolverine for sure, which I'm really excited to see for sure. So yeah, seems like the MCU, as of now, is really having some hard times as we speak, especially with, of course, again, much like what we got from last year for sure. So I do hope that Deadpool and Wolverine will actually get everything back on track, and yeah, I'm really excited to see on how that's gonna go down for sure. So yeah, out of all the trailers that we actually got from this year's Super Bowl, I know hands down that Deadpool and Wolverine is definitely the one that I am really thrilled by, and I'm excited to see the most for sure. So yeah, I guess there's nothing wrong with that, and well, yeah, I think it's worthy enough to really take the crown for sure. And with all that said and done, that's pretty much what I thought of all the trailers that we actually got. So yeah, I guess overall, I'm actually really impressed, of course, the really great lineup that we got of trailers that we got during this year's Super Bowl for sure. Seems like each and every single one of them is, of course, gonna provide something really great for sure. That's really gonna get hooked on for sure. So yeah, I guess needless to say, they really did pull off quite well with these trailers for sure, and I'm excited to see on how all of them will actually turn out. I think it'll be hard to say on whether or not any of these will be good or bad or somewhere in between for sure, but I know hands down I'm really looking forward to seeing on how they're going to pull off each and every single one of them for sure. So yeah, I guess needless to say, I'm excited to see on how that'll go down for sure, and yeah, I guess about anything, if you have seen the trailers for yourself, I guess it'll actually be quite nice to see on what you think for sure. So yeah, but I guess until each and every single one of those officially come out for sure, I'm excited based on, of course, what we've actually got from these trailers alone, and yeah, really quite curious to see on how that'll go down for sure. So yeah, that's pretty much what I can say on, of course, that front. So yeah. And I guess on that thought, that'll pretty much do exactly that for sure. So yeah. Yeah, that's pretty much all I got for today's video. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I want to ask all of you guys, what do you think of the trailers that I've actually talked about, featured in, of course, this video, and which ones pretty much are you excited to see the most, and moreover, why is it that you're excited to see Deadpool and Wolverine and Wicked as much as I am? No, I'm just curious on that last question. But again, I'm quite curious. What do you think of the trailers that I feature on, of course, pretty much in this video during this year's Super Bowl game, and which ones do you think I missed out on that you're also excited to see for sure? Let me know what you thought in the comment section below. I would definitely love to know on what you guys think for sure. So yeah, that's pretty much all I can say, of course, that front. Thank you guys so much for watching this latest video, and well, now that I finally got that out of the way for sure, and it's rather unexpected for me for sure, I'll just keep on waiting in anticipation to see on how each and every one of them will actually turn out for sure. So I do hope all of them will actually turn out good. Well, again, except for Twisters, that one I think is going to suck big time. But I digress. So yeah, I've got a lot to do for sure, and well, looks like for most of this month, I've got some brand new What the Pickup episodes coming up for sure, so definitely be on the lookout for that. And well, of course, I've got my thoughts video coming up on Madam Web for sure, so yeah, I'll definitely let you guys know on what I thought about it once I finally go see it for sure. Will it be bad? Well, part of me wants to say yes, based on the critical reception as of now, but you'll see once the video goes live for sure. So yeah, I guess until then, thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Big special thanks to all of my supporters on Patreon for making today's video possible. So if you want to be like these people and show your support to us and get some awesome rewards such as getting a special shoutout, credit at the end of the videos, as well as some other awesome rewards within your budget, then go to patreon.com/Ackleyattack427TV to do exactly that. Hey guys, this is Ackleyattack4427 here. Thank you all so much for watching today's video. Feel free to like, comment, and share if you enjoy what you're seeing. If you like what you see here and want to see more videos coming up, then go ahead and hit that subscribe button and switch on the notification bell to get notifications, and select all notifications to be notified for when we post a new video. And don't forget to switch on notifications on your phone as well. Also, don't forget to check out my second channel and our 2-member channel with Sam the Thomas Fan 1, SamAttack4427TheThomasFan1 Productions, for plenty more content you can't find on here. You can check both of our channels out with the links or by our handles provided on screen. Feel free to shoot me an email with my email address provided, backley95@hotmail.com, if you want to ask me a question, want to collab with me for a project you've got in the works, or if you want to book me to be featured for a convention coming up. Follow me on my social media pages on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram to keep up to date with me on updates, announcements, and new releases of my videos, as well as plenty of others I've got with my handles provided, as well as the links down in the description box below. Also, don't forget to follow me on TikTok for other videos I've got aside from the ones I've posted on YouTube, and on Twitch for any future live streams I've got coming up soon, as well as join our official Discord server to see what we've provided. If you wish to show your support to me, then feel free to check out my Patreon to get sneak peeks of my videos coming up before they go up online, as well as getting access to updates
and play more in addition to gain some awesome rewards within your budget. Also, don't forget to check out and show your support to me on my wish list on Amazon, and even supporting me at streamlabs.com/AckleyattackTV/tip that you can find in the description box below, as well as on my Twitch page. And in case you can't find any of the links that are provided, then not to worry about a thing. All the links and stuff are also provided on my link tree that you can also find in the description box below, as well as a few selected number of my social media pages. Other than that, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll be sure to see you in the next video. Take care.